People, what's going on? Let me get my IG in position and get live on that. I know that I'm getting a lot of DMs right now, so I thought I really take time and really dive into this topic. Today I'm actually live in my office, so this lighting is not going to be the best. I don't have my light kit. But at the end of the day, we should be able to understand each other. Tanika, what's going on? Today I'm in my office going live, so my lighting is going to be horrible. Okay? But at the end of the day, we're going to talk about the stock market. I'm getting a lot of DMs, a lot of questions. A lot of people want to know what direction should they take in this particular market. Where's the best position to be in? What's going on, Tanika? That's my neighbor. She's amazing. A lot of you need to understand the stock market, as I always talk to you guys about, is very volatile. And the downturn is not done yet. So a couple people called me today directly, and some people DM me, should I invest in the stock market right now? And my honest opinion, if I were them, I stated to a majority of all of them the same way. I said at the end of the day, if you're not in the market, this is a great starting point to dive into the market. Because we got to understand, in the economy right now, for a lot of you that's not in the market, this is a great entry point to a lot of stocks. A lot of stocks are down. Tesla hit 52-week lows. The biggest electrical car company in the world, slash technology company, slash information company. A lot of you need to understand Tesla's currently at 106. It did a stock split of 3. When it did the stock before the stock split, Tesla was at $13 or $1,400 for one share. After the split, it did roughly maybe 400 and some change. Now the stock is down to close to $100. I'm going to give you guys a lot of questions. A lot of answers to your questions. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And you should be able to understand where I'm going with this. So let me first answer one of the questions that I'm continuously getting. Should you invest in the market? If you're not in the market as of right now, I would highly recommend it. This is a great starting point. So if you don't have any stocks on any portfolio, Robinhood, Tesla, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, this is a great time to dive in and get a couple shares of certain companies. Now, for those who are in the market already, like myself, this is not the best time to buy, my opinion. I'm going to tell you why, because everything is about economics. When you're talking about the stock market, when you're talking about the macro economy, the world as a whole, the micro economy, because it affects the people at the end of the day. A year or two ago, I was already telling you we're going to go into a downtrend. It's going to get very aggressive. We're not done with the aggressiveness yet. This is not the bottom. Right now, they're stating by August next year, latest by December, stocks could be down another 50 to 60% compared to where it's at. So if you think you're uncomfortable now, you could imagine how you're going to feel next year when stocks go down even lower. Tesla went down for a different reason other than what some of you may think. Well, because the market is down, naturally you would think Tesla should be down. Tesla's also having issues. They're not going to be able to produce the amount of cars that they thought they would next year because of China. As you guys know, China still has certain regulations. China still has COVID issues. China still has a lot of things going on that's hurting the bottom dollar of companies such as Tesla and many other macro companies, because a lot of products that we use is made in China. So when you have regulation regulating everything to the minute level, you're going to have this shift, this change in of course, the market. And it's very uncomfortable for a lot of you, because I know some of the numbers I heard some people are down. You could imagine, I'm down 600,000. Some people are down 150. Some people are down 200. Some people are down 60. Some people are down 95. If you're in this market, you got to be down. Unless you shorted the market from months ago. And that was a very hard wave to play because you short it, then it would bounce. You short it, then it would bounce. Now, if you look at the 6 month and the 8 month stretch, a lot of stocks, you see the line just pivoting down. And it's not done. People, interest rates affect the market. Regulation affects the market. Too much money in the world affects the market. A lot of economic habits affect the market. You having too much purchasing power affects the market. So a lot of you are asking, should I dive in? And if I do dive in, what's the best stocks you recommend? If you're going to be diving into the stock market, my honest opinion, and this is something you don't hear me say all the time. I'm one of those individuals, if you're young, 30, 40, to me, you're young. You have a lot of time to play. 20, you're young. I usually tell people, get stocks that have growth potential, blue chip stocks. But because of the market and how some of these strong macro, super macro stocks are dropping, like Alphabet, like Tesla, like Amazon, this is going to be the time where I tell a lot of individuals, if I were you, if there's going to be stocks that I'm going to touch, if some of you are going to dive in right now or next year, I would buy the best of the best when they drop another maybe 50 to 60%. People, you got to understand, and I know a lot of you are probably confused, like, Bobby, how is companies like Amazon down and they're at my front door every day? How is companies like Uber down and people are making $100,000 driving Uber all night long? What you guys got to understand is a lot of these companies leverage a lot of debt. They hold a lot of debt to be able to sustain their company. And when debt becomes more expensive due to interest rates, it affects the bottom dollar of any stock. Then once the macro economy starts tanking, everything starts falling right under it. Once you see stocks like Tesla hitting its 52 weeks lows, Apple hitting its 52 weeks low, people, we have a problem. And the sad part, it's not done yet. See, here's the question. Where would I put my money if I'm going to dive in? I'm not diving in now. I'm down a lot, but I'm still not scared of the market. I'm waiting till next year. April, June. I want the market to crash worse than this. Because I'm coming after the Apples, finally. I don't have Apple. I don't have Google in my portfolio. I don't have Tesla in my portfolio. I had a different strategy to investing when it comes to the market. I never believed to have bought the strongest of the strongest because they were always super expensive. I felt when a time like this come, you wait till these super strong macro blue chip stocks tank, like the Apples, like the Alphabets, the Amazons, the Teslas. They drop another 40 to 60%. People, you are in the money. People right now, I think Amazon is at $87 a share. If Amazon were to drop to, let's say $30, $25, people, do you understand what kind of deal do you have? Tesla's at 106, was at what, 350, 450? Okay? Times 3. Remember, he did a stock split of 3. The stock was at $1,300 or $1,400 a share before he did the stock split of 3. People, you're looking at Tesla is a great starting point for some of you who are not in the stock. But me, I have set up your alerts. I highly recommend a lot of you get your alerts because you can't keep up with all these stocks. So you need to find your top 10, 12, whatever, 15 stocks that you feel like, you know what, these are the stocks I'm going for. And I always tell people, ask yourself 3 reasons why you feel this is a good stock to follow. Why you feel this is a good stock to buy. I like to buy stocks that I understand. That's rule number 1. I like to buy stocks that I use when it comes to the macro stocks. Because a lot of you don't understand when it comes to, of course, the stock market, It always has this up and down roller coaster going on. But the person who wins is who could sustain in this roller coaster, stabilize themselves, and understand. You're looking at the long-term picture. People, you're not going to see this market go back to where it needs to be until the next maybe 5 to 7 years. So you might as well count your age and add 5 to 7 years before you see the market starts to lift itself back up properly. Now, could there be a shift based on when we talk about the 2024 presidential election? Could there be a shift based on who wins the election? Yes, but how do we know it's going to be a long-term shift? How do we know it's going to be an elevated shift that's stable? Every 10 to maybe 14 years, the economy goes through a recession. We're past due. And I've been telling you guys this recession is coming. So my honest opinion for a lot of you, stay liquid. Stay liquid. A lot of you, I know right now, you're eager to buy all types of shares of stocks, ready to put all your money in. Be careful. Because some of you don't know and you still don't get it. When is the bottom going to be the bottom? Is Tesla hitting 100? Is that the bottom? What about if Tesla bounce and go back to 140 next week or the next 2-3 weeks? Then 3 months later, it tanks to $70, $60, $40. You thought 100 was the bottom is now 40. You have to have patience in this game, and you have to have a strategy that makes sense. To me, I like the all-time lows of a lot of these stocks, but when it comes to the blue chip, the super macro companies, trillion, multi-billion, that's close to a trillion, such as the Apples, the Googles, the Microsofts, I want these stocks to drop another 50% before I put my money in. A lot of you need to understand, if you're going to be diving into the market, do not buy penny stocks. Do not buy garbage. See, a lot of you, even when it comes to the crypto world, you lost a lot of money because, again, you didn't listen. You're buying Doge, Shiba, and all type of bullshit. I'm giving you game again. Do not buy garbage stocks. Do not buy these penny stocks just because you heard somebody say it's about to go to the moon. You heard somebody that don't even have their money in the market telling you you should buy. If I'm going to buy stocks, I want the best of the best at the best price. And there's no better time than to start looking at some of them right now. Tesla, Google. If Ford go back to $2, $1, people, do you understand how much the new Ford pickup trucks are? The Nitros are about $100,000. What are we talking about? Where is Ford going? If Ford go back to $1, people, you might as well put $10,000, $20,000. You guaranteed with Ford. You guaranteed if Tesla go to $30. People, what are we talking? Tesla, what are we talking? Lucid, the stock was at 60 something. Now the stock is at $8, $7. What are we talking? People, there is opportunities in this market. So if you're not in the market at all, it's a great time to start looking at the opportunities. But I would rather you buy strong, stable companies that will have you win 5 to 10 years from now. If you know you cannot emotionally ride this roller coaster for the next 5 to 7 or 10 years, do not put your money in the market. As you can see, nobody knows where the market is going. Nobody. Everybody was saying different things. Or the market will keep going up. Look what's happening. And who knows where the bottom is. I remember even when we talk about crypto, people were saying crypto going to 100. Crypto's at 15, 16,000. Sorry, Bitcoin. Now they're saying they're reversing their conversations. Many analysts are saying Bitcoin might hit $3,000. You see, now the whole delivery is different. This is why I never felt comfortable buying any of the macro of any asset. I didn't buy Bitcoin. I have only maybe a couple pieces of Ethereum because I know how these things work. I felt they're going to drop. And they're not done yet. That's why I don't have Amazon. That's why I don't have Tesla stock. I don't have Apple stock because these are the strongest companies. I don't have Adobe. People, these stocks I'm calling out, If they go another 50% drop, 60%, you are in the money. These companies is what hold up the world. Every gadget you probably have, you need these companies. There's no way they could go out of business. To believe that Amazon, if it drops 60, 70% from the $86 it's at, 86 is actually a great buying point. But because the way the market is about to keep going down, I would rather buy it at $25. I would rather buy it at $20. I love how Wells Fargo getting sued again for another $4 billion for doing fraud. I would rather catch Wells Fargo at $10, $8. You can imagine, look at the debt that a lot of these cruise lines, Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, all these stocks are still down $8, $7. Let them go to $1, then buy. They have a lot of debt on their books, a lot of debt because of COVID. It's going to take them years to catch back up. But if you have young kids, these are the stocks I would have you take a look at and go 15 years out. Because your kids are going to win. A lot of you don't realize Amazon, when it hit $3,800 before the split, I think it did a 20-for-1 split. Amazon was at $3,800. How many years? If you look at the charts, roughly, I think it was like 21 years to get there. 21 years to get there. That meant you would have to have held Amazon stock for 21 years. Nobody did that. No wealthy person did it. The wealthiest person who had the most common shares of Amazon spoke the other day and said he could only hold up to 12 years. That tells you it's difficult. It takes self-discipline to hold stocks. But I'm going to tell you from my opinion, I've been here before with the stock market. I had AMD when it was at $1. I had maybe 6,000 shares. I held AMD for 3 years. It never moved. If I would have known what I know now, remember a couple years ago, AMD went to 130, I don't know, 125, 130. If I would have held, I had 6,000 shares. You understand how much millions I would have made. But again, I would have had to hold for 10 years to see the millions. Some of you are holding for 2 years, you're already uncomfortable. Some of you are buying stocks that make no sense. You're misguided. You're buying stocks, listening to all the wrong people. Even though I'm down, I am still comfortable. Because every stock I bought is a strong company. And what I love about the stock market, just because it's down, you still own the same amount of shares. It's down in value. Now, I want you guys to understand, and I'm not bashing the crypto market. Some of these cryptos, they're already out. They're not coming back. This is why I keep saying with some of the cryptos, my opinion only, and I'm going to say, buy the best. XRP, Bitcoin when it tanks to maybe 3,000. Ethereum, that's for sure, without a doubt. If that goes back to $200, $300, $50, definitely get you some Ethereum. Because these cryptos is what the network, the blockchain works off of. When it comes to, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I would not be buying some hop, skip, and jump crypto. I heard somebody told me blah, blah, blah is going to go to the moon. People, if you didn't learn your lesson then, I would think you understand that by now. Majority of everybody is down if you're in the stock market, if you're in the crypto market. Unless you are shorting, majority of everybody is down. So do not let people lie to you and fool you, make it seem like all their portfolio is up. The best of the best investors in the world are down. How could a rookie who don't know what they're doing, been in the game 5-8 years, is possibly fully up? That's impossible. You got the Warren Buffett, you got the people that's heavy in the game. Their portfolios are down. These people have been in the game longer than we've been alive. They're down. How could a person tell you, I got my portfolio's fully up? That's impossible. That's impossible. Everybody is down right now in these markets. I say that because You got to stop listening to these social media influencers giving you fluff. I see so many of them. Oh, I just made 30, 40, 50. People, you know what? If they doing that, show me your portfolio. Show me what stock you bought that gave you that. What stock you bought that gave you that spread? There's no stock even giving a 4% spread. What are we talking? What are we talking about? People on social media are such liars because you can't see their portfolio. So they're just making up stories. That's why I tell you guys, people, focus. Focus. You're going to see a lot of people lie to you because nobody wants to show when they're losing money. I'm telling you straight up, I'm down $600,000. You understand how I can imagine how comfortable some of you are. You can imagine how uncomfortable I am. I'm not so heavily invested in the crypto market, maybe like $30,000. I'm down to, I think crypto, I'm down to maybe 6,000 if I'm correct, from 40. You get what I'm saying? So I can imagine Michael Andrews in the building, my boys in the, oh man, I know he down. Because that boy's serious about the crypto. Dane is in the building. People, these guys from what I'm being told, they got real money in the market. You can imagine. They got to be down. They got to be down. Because what crypto is up? Unless you bought, I don't know, unless you bought when FTX had, when they found out that Sam Freed is doing fraud, there was a little bit of volatility there to make some good spreads. But now the Bitcoin market, the Bitcoin itself is barely moving. It's staying at 15.5 to maybe 16.8 steadily. How many dollars do you have to put in to make a proper spread? Like, people, numbers can't lie. Numbers can't lie. So I want you guys to understand this before a lot of you that's in the market that's thinking that you're the only one down. No, a lot of people are down. Millions of people are down. Some people have sold their position. That's how uncomfortable they are. And that's why I'm telling you, if I'm going to buy in this market. Oh man, I love the question. Dane asked a great question. And I spoke about this. Dane asks, what's your thoughts on Coinbase stock? I told you guys, and I'm going to say it again. If there's one stock that I want, the moment it goes below maybe $10, is Coinbase. And I'm going to tell you why. Why fight buying Bitcoin when the moment 5 years from now they throw another story and crypto hype itself back up, Bitcoin starts shooting, Ethereum starts shooting? If you do your numbers, you can make a lot of money if you buy Coinbase under $10 a share. Coinbase stock is a very powerful stock because besides all the other platforms that people could buy crypto off of, Coinbase, by theory, has been the most stable one. Yes, the fees are the most expensive. They have customer service now. They're trying to work with the government because now if you make a certain amount, they 1099 you. You're always able to get your money. When you look at the other platforms, people are very uncomfortable. To me, why kill yourself and buy Bitcoin when if Coinbase dropped to $10 or $5, the moment Bitcoin starts shooting a couple years later, Coinbase is going to be back to $400 or $500. I would rather look into buying Coinbase. Coinbase stock is a buy. To me, it's not a buy right now. I would not buy Coinbase at the price it's at. I would buy it under $10, and 15 is even pushing it. Because you guys got to understand, Coinbase, and I've been saying it for years, it makes more sense to work with the government than against it. Because if your company goes down, the government's going to fund you. That's why they did the structure they did. So when I heard people telling me about FTX and Binance, it was a laughing joke. Because if you understand what makes more sense, what's going to bring more stabilization, Coinbase. because they're working with the government. So if Coinbase go down and they needed to get a bailout, they're going to get it before any other platform. So why would I put my money with any other platform? It makes no sense. So many people, millions of people lost money on Coinbase, on FTX. Millions. Because I get it. Cheaper fees. Now, Binance CEO is doing whatever he can to speak up and say he's doing good business. Right now, when it comes to the Asian culture, a lot of people don't trust them. It's a big problem right now. And that's just the facts when it comes to them and these brokerage platforms they carry. And now companies, a lot of them have to show what's their reserve looking like to have people respect them. Not only did Coinbase explain what's their reserves, they, of course, showed it to the proper government to show them this is, we good. We good on our side. I don't know about other platforms, but we good. If people want to cash out their crypto, we good. Let's do it. It might take them 7 days to get their money, but they good to go on our side. Sam Fried, as you guys know, he's, that boy is bad. I could go another day when it comes to that. But people, I want you guys to understand, right now it's a great time to get a soft understanding on why you should be buying the best stocks of the best. This is not the time to be buying garbage stocks. I would be looking at Amazon, Tesla, Snowflake if it dropped another 80%. Listen to my number. Snowflake if it dropped another 80%. Snowflake is trading at 500 times earned. That's crazy. That stock is going to keep dropping. I told my girl, I said, Tesla going to drop to $30. When I told her that a couple months, she laughed. Now look what's happening. I told her it was going to hit. I said, look, it's going to hit 100. We're not worried about that. Tesla is going to hit maybe 30, and that's when I need to get in. I'm going to dive in Tesla head first. Amazon hits 30. People, what we talk, Amazon? Bank of America, I would love to drop to $2 like it did in 2008. People, you want the best of the best stocks. Ford dropped to $1. Come on. Right now, if I were a lot of you, I would be putting my alerts and just put your feet up and just sit back and watch the show. Because this market is not done tanking. Give it a week or two, you might get a little pop. You might get a little pop to make you guys feel good. The market is funny. See, the people who control the market, they know what they're doing. They're going to give you a little pop to make you feel like you're confident, to build your confidence back. Because if everybody gets uncomfortable, everybody's going to go to their bank or their brokerage and click the withdraw button. That's not good for the economy. So these companies, these news stations have to keep you guys in an emotional, stable point to make you feel comfortable. So if they see right now we're on probably 7 days of down days, give it maybe a day or 2 days, eventually you're going to give it a little pump. Because they need to make you comfortable. But one thing that can't be lied about, economics can't lie if you look at charts. If you're looking at charts, if you're looking at the macro economy, there's many websites, fact sheets that show you this. People, we are going into a recession and it's about to be very nasty. Anybody that has a different story, oh, it's not true, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see what happens next year. Let's see. Let's wait. And to me, if I were you, I would also, because again, if you're going to buy the best of the best, remember which stocks dropped the most. Technology stocks. A part of technology, believe it or not, is also going to be Bitcoin. It falls into that technology, which is crypto. But technology stocks dropped the most aggressive. So if I'm going to buy next year, I want the best deal, but the best company. So of course, I'm going to be investing into the technology sector first. I'm a very big EV fan. To me, I also love Uber. I love Uber. I think Uber's a great company. I mean, they're still in some heavy debt. They're still in a lot of issues with certain cities and in certain states. They worked a little bit backwards. But to me, Uber, I think 10 years from now is going to be a very stable stock and is going to go very far because of the amount of different services that it has really positioned itself into, and in a way it controls the markets of certain areas. People, you understand Uber Freight, Uber Eats, Uber, ride sharing. You have the new thing that is going in the air in New York. People, don't let Uber fool you. 5 to 10 years from now, Uber is it's gonna be a very big stock, and you would have wished you bought it. Right now, I think it's at 25. To me, if Uber hit $5, $10, what people? What are you scared of? You rode an Uber. What is there to be scared of? There's nothing more comfortable to understand. It's like Starbucks stock. I wish I understood the power of coffee 10, 12 years ago. I didn't understand coffee like how I understand the caffeine component of life. Like, caffeine is addictive. Starbucks stock is powerful. Howard Schultz was an amazing CEO. These people know that that's another stock. If it dropped, I would love for it to drop 80%. I mean, that stock is pretty stable throughout the whole economy right now. It's stable. Walmart, let's say Walmart drops 70%. People, what are we talking about? Like I told you guys, if you're going to invest into this stock market next year, you want to buy the best of the best stocks. You want to buy the Walmarts. You want to buy the Amazons. You want to buy the Tesla. You want to buy the Snowflakes. You want to buy the Adobe. You do not want to buy trash. Buy the best of the best stocks. I'm going to take some questions before I get off this live. People, we're talking about the stock market. Shouts out to Shopify stock too. I mean, Shopify goes on the $10. That's a buy. Let's be honest. Majority of millions of Americans have a website. Their website is leveraged through Shopify. If you're, and you know, a lot of people are buying through AliExpress, Alibaba to make their money. The company that they're leveraging is Shopify. Shopify did a stock split. The stock was at maybe $1,400, dropped to maybe $300. I mean, it's a horrible situation for Shopify, but I feel Shopify has a lot of strong potential. Shopify is going to go far, that's for sure. And as interest rates start tanking, I want you guys to understand, lenders start to make money back again. So certain stocks you should also be looking at in the future, especially if they go to $1, $2. Quicken Loans, which is ticker RKT. These are companies that lend money. Interest rates are high, stocks go down. Interest rates are low, lending stocks go up. Okay, people, you got to understand. Hurricane season happens, insurance stocks go down. Hurricane season doesn't happen, insurance stocks stay stable, pay high dividends. Everything has a cause and effect when it comes to the stock market. Everything is back to school. Department retail stores are booming, meaning Macy's, Kohl's, companies like Walmart. These companies are making money. So you guys got to understand how every season plays a different role in a different sector in the stock market. Christmas, who you think is making money? Walmart, Kohl's, Macy's. Do you see how many people was in Macy's buying perfumes that don't know any better? Instead, they could go on eBay. They buying these expensive ass perfumes. They could go to Zara and get $29 perfumes. They'd rather go to Macy's and buy $250. I'm so straight. But people, at the end of the day, be smart. If you're gonna be buying, people, if you're not investing, I want you guys to understand what I'm about to say before I get on this live. A lot of you don't understand. You can't save $1 million. So for a lot of you that got these tight ass pockets that don't like to invest into anything, you think putting money in a bank is going to get you rich? You think leaving money in a shoebox is going to get you rich? People, you're never going to make it. We got a real problem in the economy, especially in the culture. A lot of us don't understand, if you don't invest, you're not going to see wealth. Wealthy people invest their money in a couple places: stock market, entrepreneurship, real estate. Somebody asked me a question the other day: how come you never talk about Forex? First of all, and I explained this several times, I don't invest into Forex. I'm not against it. Only thing with me, I've never heard a billionaire say that they put their money in Forex. I never heard a multi-millionaire say that they invested in Forex. Because of that, I don't put my money in Forex. I've never heard a super successful person that's reputable in my world of what I call reputable say that one of the best places to put your money is in Forex. They always say business, entrepreneurship, real estate. Business is for capital investment. Real estate is for passive income. Stocks is for long-term growth. Wealthy people always put their money in three things: stocks, real estate, and of course, businesses. I ain't never heard one motherfucker say they put their money in Forex, ever. I usually hear some of the brokest people telling me the best place to put your money is in Forex. And then you hear them a couple weeks later crying. Oh, Forex, this, that. Me, I'm a funny person, right? If you're going to tell me to put my money in something, I need to see your success rate. Meaning, what do you own? Since it's so successful and everybody's doing it and should do it, what do you own? And please don't say a car. If a car is the only thing you own, I do not want advice from you. That's not my style. That is embarrassing. I'm not that type of person. Oh my God, you got a Range Rover. That's nice. Now let's talk about properties. How many properties you got? How much land do you have? Do you have a piece of land? Do you have a property? Do you have 2 properties, 3 properties, 5 properties? People, you got to stop letting the world lie to you. I'm not saying Forex don't make money. I want to clarify that. I'm just saying I ain't never heard a multi-millionaire that's reputable, a multi-billionaire that's reputable, say that they put their money in Forex. A lot of wealthy people put their money in businesses, the stock market for long-term growth, and real estate. And if you haven't seen what's going on in real estate, a lot of wealthy people are developing right now. Developing is the biggest boom right now. People getting their general contracting license, developing and building houses. People, if you know how to develop, you have a GC license, you are rich. That's the money right now. So for a lot of you that's asking yourself, where the hell do I go in life? People, you might want to look at where the wealthy is making their money. There is nothing more valuable than having a couple acres of land and you're able to leverage commercial loans and be able to develop a whole apartment complex and charge 700 people rent, 300 people rent, 200 people rent. Do you understand? 100 people rent. 100 people paying you $2,500 a month. Do you understand how much money you make a month? People, this is what wealthy people are doing. While broke people still focused on CPNs, while broke people still focused on bullshit, street shit. People, you want to win or you still want to play these street games? That's just the reality. Some of you still don't get it. You still imagine somebody tell you to fix your credit. Some of you at grown adult ages still don't have good credit. Somebody tell you to buy stocks, and I can't tell you how Robinhood has made it so easy. Just open up a Robinhood, open up a TD Ameritrade account. Some of you still don't have a TD Ameritrade account. Some of you still don't have a Robinhood account. People tell you to buy real estate. People, if this real estate market tanked the way I'm seeing it, do y'all understand y'all not going to see this for the next 14 years again? What does that mean? Add 14 years to your age. As if you're 30, that means you're not going to see this till you're 44. You're going to be older now. Why not prepare yourself for the opportunity that's about to come? Remember in life, whenever there's a catastrophe, there's always an opportunity. The question is, do you want to embrace the opportunity or you want to keep talking to your friends about the catastrophe? It's really about how you look at life and how you perceive your future to be. Some of you are in such the wrong lane. A lot of you don't understand. Winning is not just a mindset, it's also action. While one person is looking at next year, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Oh my God, this real estate stuff is it's boring. I don't want to hear about it. The next person's like, I'm glad you don't want to hear about it because I hope you lose your house so I could buy it. The question is, what side of the table do you want to be on? It's up to you. In life, one person has to win, one person has to lose. You choose what side you play. That's really up to you. And a lot of you simply don't understand. Your choice has been a lot of times on the negative side. Some of you have been paying rent for 15 years of your life. When are you going to start charging somebody else rent? When are you going to collect rent? One man's debt is another man's income. What side of the table do you want to be on? Some of you are working 2, 3 jobs right now because why? Your parents didn't leave you anything behind. My parents didn't either. Why are you not in the stock? Why are you not invested in the stock market? Why are you not buying land? Why are you not trying to own doors? Why are you not trying to fix your credit? Why are you not trying to leverage your life? Why are you not trying to surround yourself around positive people so you guys could come together and take down some projects? Why are you sitting here making excuses? Why are you still making $30,000? Why are you still making $40,000? Why are you still making $60,000? How are you making $60,000 or less in a country that has endless possibilities and you speak the language and you have a social security number? People, you got to really understand. Some of you have been losing since you've been alive and you still don't get it. When are you going to change your direction of life? People, they say less than 5% of people in the world make $100,000 a year. That's embarrassing. There's a lot of grown adults that have never touched $100,000. There's a lot of grown adults that never even had a $15,000 check ever. It's sad, but it's happening. Some people have master's degrees. They're getting $38,000 a year. That's embarrassing. But I also got to remember that that person accepted it. They're a grown adult. People, love yourself, be great. Life is all about purpose, creating wealth, and learning from other people. My goal here is to always teach you my mistakes, teach you the knowledge. What you do with it is up to you. I can't force you to do it. Your friends can't force you to do it. Either you listen and apply, or you don't listen and keep getting the same results you're getting. It's up to you. It's your life. This is your boy Bobby from MentorMe.com. Appreciate the love. Peace, 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 peace. I got a great live I'm going to be doing actually Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. I'm going to be talking about something that's unfamiliar to some of you. And this is going to be a healthy topic to listen to. It will be live on TikTok, 9:30 this Thursday p.m. This is your boy Bobby from MentorMe.com. Make sure you're tuned in on my TikTok. If you're not on my TikTok, MentorMe954. Follow me on TikTok. Please be great. Create wealth. Mentor me. Danny, what's up, baby? Las Vegas in the building. That's my guy. Danny is fucking amazing. I'm just about to get off this live, and Danny just called me today. I love that guy. You know why I love Danny? He fucking listens. That's why I love Danny. He listens. And he understands he wants to win for him and his family. There's a couple people that understand it and there's a couple people that don't. Danny is one motherfucker that wants to win. Keep being great, Danny. MentorMe.com.